Hello there, children. Welcome to our Grade 4 English class. We are now on the 7th module of the 3rd quarter. I hope you are ready for today's lesson.
This video will give you the chance to demonstrate an understanding of story elements by being able to identify the setting, character, and plot. Specifically, after working on this video, you should be able to analyze a story in terms of its elements.
Before we proceed, I would like to introduce myself. I am Teacher Miriam of Bontoc Ili Primary School, asking, how do you do today? I hope you are all fine so you would feel comfortable in learning this new lesson. So what are we waiting for? Let's start! As mentioned earlier, the objective of this video is for you to be able to analyze stories in terms of their elements. But first, let's find out what you know about it by identifying whether the following phrases or sentences refer to setting, character, or plot. So please be ready with your pen and answer sheets so we can start.
Here's our first phrase. Please read with me. A warm sunny day. What's your answer? Right. A warm sunny day refers to the setting. Here's the second phrase. Let's read. Oldest man in the community. What's your answer? Right. It refers to a character. Our third sentence is, let's read. They went to the ato to attend the pasutoy. Your answer? Correct. This sentence should fall under plot. What about this? Apo panakan. Right again. Apo panakan is an example of a character. Lastly, what about Friday night? Very good. Friday night is a part of the setting. How many correct answers did you get? If you got wrong answers, that's okay. In the end, you will surely get perfect scores if you watch this video till the end and listen intently.
Developing an understanding of the elements of a story is necessary for you to follow and fully comprehend the stories you read. Though, before you can understand how these elements contribute to the overall meaning and effect of a story, you must first be able to identify the parts. When you analyze, you try to find meaning for the story and explain how the author used the elements of the story. You may make a claim about the story's meaning and provide data for the story itself to support your analysis. Understanding these elements helps you look for a reasonable way of analyzing the story. Before we explore more from this topic, let us have a quick review on the previous module. Can you still remember them? In the previous lesson, you learned about inferring the speaker's tone, mood, and purpose.
Let's read the following lines with correct expressions and give the mood expressed. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Only 1 peso? What can I buy with that these days? A. Discontentment. B. Happy. C. Honesty. Very good. The answer is discontentment. Let's read the next one. What a place! It's so beautiful. A. Contentment. B. Amazement. C. Excitement. Correct! The sentence expresses amazement. Next number. Today's the day I've been waiting for. A. Amazement. B. Contentment. C. Excitement. Correct! It expresses excitement. Number 4. Oh, my dog is hurt. A. Worry. B. Joy. C. Excitement. Very good. It expresses worry. Last sentence. Oh, there's a snake in the broom. A. Sorrow. B. Fear. C. Anger. Very good. The sentence expresses fear. Remember, characters in the story express their mood and feelings in what they say and do. In oral reading, it is important to read these lines with correct expressions to convey the moods and feelings expressed by the characters in the story.
Well done! You already know how to infer the speaker's tone, mood, and purpose. I think you are ready to move on to the next lesson. How are you so far? Good? Okay, let's stand up and let's shake those muscles up. Do you know the song? This is the way I wash my hands. Good, because the song that we are going to sing is in the tune of this song. If you know how to clean yourself, you should also know how to clean your surroundings. So first, let's learn how to sweep the floor. Do you know how to sweep the floor? Let's try with a song. Let's start. This is the way I sweep the floor, sweep the floor, sweep the floor. This is the way I sweep the floor so early in the morning. Let's pick up some trash. This is the way I pick up trash, pick up trash, pick up trash. This is the way I pick up trash early in the morning. Next, let's water the plants. This is the way I water the plants, water the plants, water the plants. This is the way I water the plants so early in the morning. Turn off the faucet when we don't use them. Turn off the faucet when not in use, not in use, not in use. Turn off the faucet when not in use. Water is life, let's not abuse. I switch off the lights when I sleep at night, Sleep at night, sleep at night. I switch off the lights when I sleep at night to keep the electric bill light. Do you want to sing it again? Go ahead, replay it. So, do you really mop or sweep the floor? Don't you scatter trash everywhere? Do you water the plants? Do you switch off the lights when you're not using them? Why? What about the water? Do you close the faucet when you're not using it? Why should we do these things? I absolutely agree with you. Everything around us should be taken care of. Look around you. Do you appreciate the things you see? Do you follow what your parents say to you? Here is a story about a boy who changed from his bad habits. Do you want to know who it is? Good. Let's find out.
Here's the story. The Naughty Boy. Dampog is a naughty boy. He refuses to follow his parents' commands. He's fond of wasting water and electricity. He often cuts and pulls out the plants and throws garbage wherever he goes. Although Aling Layut, Dampog's mother, always reminded him to be a good boy, he still could not avoid doing bad things. One day, Dampog found himself in a very dirty and smelly place. He felt irritated and could not take the dirt off around him. He walked until he came to a very hot place. He looked for a tree to rest, but there was no tree in sight. He found nothing but sand. Because of the very long walk, he felt tired and thirsty. He looked for water, but he couldn't find water. He cried and cried because of the extreme thirst and heat he felt. He shouted for help, but no one seemed to hear him. "Get me out of here! Help! I don't want to be here anymore!" shouted Dampog while crying. All of a sudden, he heard a familiar voice. "Dampog, Dampog," called Aling Layut while tapping him. Dampog was awakened by his mother's call and realized that everything was just a dream. He hugged his mother and said he will follow what his mother always tells him. After what had happened, Dampog realized the importance of the things around him. He promised not to do the bad habits he was used to do.
And we're back! So what did you feel after reading the story? Let's answer these questions. Please focus on the main body of the story.
Here is our first question. Who is the boy in the story? Do you remember his name? That's right. His name is Dampog. When did the story happen? Right again. It happened one day. How did the story start? Correct. It started when Dampog found himself in a very dirty and smelly place. What were his bad habits? Yes, he wastes water and electricity. What else? He cuts and pulls out plants. And he throws garbage wherever he goes. How did he change his bad ways? Correct! He changed his ways after having a very terrible dream. Number 6. What did he realize after his nightmare? Very good. Dampog promised not to do those bad habits anymore. Last question. What did you learn from the story?
Very good! We should learn to value everything around us. It is never a good thing to waste everything now and feel sorry in the future.
Here is a fact I extracted from a Vitus Power website. This may help you understand how water and electricity are related. Large hydroelectric power plants, just like the one you see in the picture, use the stored energy of water in reservoirs and allow its flow to drive hydraulic turbines. Water in the reservoir enters a hydroelectric power plant through an intake. The water flows through a penstock which channels the water to the turbine. The turbine is a mechanical device that converts water's kinetic energy into mechanical energy, which in turn drives the generator. The generator is a rotating machine that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Let's go back to our story by studying this graphic organizer. What is this graphic organizer all about? Look at the very first box. It's about the elements of a story. These elements refer to the things you need in order to create a story. What are the elements of a story? These are the setting, character, and plot. What is referred to in the story if the question asks for the setting? The setting talks about the place and the time the events in the story happen. Example, one day for the time, and in a very dirty and smelly place for the place. What about the character? The characters are the people or animals who acted in the story. In our story, the characters are Dampog, the naughty boy, and his mother, Aling Layut. The plot? A plot is the sequence of the story. It tells how the story goes from the beginning until the end. The plot has parts, and these are the beginning, middle, and ending. What is being referred to in the story if the question asks for the beginning? The beginning is the start of the story. It gives the problem faced by the main character. Example: he found himself in a very dirty and smelly place. The middle. It presents the action made by the characters to solve the problem. Example: Dampog woke up and realized it was just a dream. What about the ending? The ending tells how the story ends. Mostly, it gives the solution to the problem. Example: he promised not to do his bad habits anymore.
Now that you already know the elements of a story, you try completing these sentences by filling in the correct words. You may pause the video until you finish answering the activity, then resume afterwards.
Choose the answer in the box below. Characters, plot, ending, beginning, setting, middle. Number 1. Please read the sentence and write your answer in your answer sheet. The answer. Setting. Let's read. The setting talks about the time and place the events in the story happen. Number 2. The characters are the persons and animals in the story. Number 3. The plot is the sequence of the story. Number 4. Beginning is the start of the story. It gives the problem faced by the main character. Number 5. Ending is the end of the story. It gives the solution to the problem.
Did you get all the correct answers? Well done! I told you, you will surely get perfect scores if you listen well. It is now time for us to summarize what we have learned from this video. Remember, when we summarize, we gather everything we have learned and put them together, just like when we add two or more numbers called the addends. Then add them together to come up with a total or sum. Come on, let's fill in the sentences with the missing words. Don't worry, there are guide questions to help us summarize the lesson.
Here we go! What are the elements of the story? Let's read. The elements of the story are, what are they? Right, the setting, character, and plot. What does the setting talk about? Let's read. The setting talks about the, very good, time and place the events in the story happen. Who are the characters? The characters are the Very good. The animals or people in the story. What are the parts of a plot? A plot is the sequence of the story. Plot has parts and these are the right, beginning, middle, and right again, the ending.
Good job! I think you're ready to analyze more stories. Read the following story silently or orally. You can pause and resume the video anytime so you can understand it.
On second thought, I think I'd better read with you. Let's start from the title, Lesson Learned. Once there was a child named Lanoy. She was a child with unusual behavior. She did not want to clean her body and was lazy in taking a bath. Lanoy liked to play in the mud, so her clothes were completely dirty. She often fell asleep without cleansing her body and brushing her teeth. Aling Agnup, Lanoy's mother, often told her to clean her body, but she had a lot of excuses. One day, she went out to play with her playmates, but they avoided her because of her smell. No one wanted to play with her, so she just went home and played alone. While playing at the backyard, Lanoy felt the irritation on her body and severe itching of her skin. She cried for help because she couldn't take it anymore. Aling Agnup quickly went to her daughter. She heard her cry and shout for help. She told Lanoy to immediately take a bath and clean her body. Lanoy took a bath and changed her clothes. Only then that she felt relieved and felt better. She started liking the feeling and seeing her body clean. Her playmates began playing with her again. Lanoy realized the importance of cleaning her body and taking a bath every day. She learned from the experience, and since then, she made sure to keep her body clean always.
I believe you have already read and understood the story. Now, it's your turn to make a graphic organizer. Fit in the phrases and sentences into the appropriate boxes.
Before you do that, you need to copy the graphic organizer in your answer sheet before answering. Make sure to give enough space for the phrases and sentences. You may pause the video while copying this graphic organizer. Are you ready? Please write the following phrases and sentences into the appropriate boxes in your graphic organizer. Number 1. Backyard. Number 2. Lanoy felt the irritation and the severe itching on her skin. Number 3. Aling Agnup. Number 4. Lanoy took a bath and changed her clothes. You may pause the video before you move on to the next number. Number 5. Playmates. Number 6. Lanoy learned from her experience, and since then, she made sure to keep her body clean always. Number 7, one day. Number 8, Lanoy. Again, pause the video until you finish writing your answers. Are you done? Let's check your answers. Remember, there are 3 elements of the story: the setting, character, and plot. Backyard and one day should fall under setting. Who are the characters in the story? Aling Agnup, Playmates, and Lanoy. Under plot, the beginning of the story is Lanoy felt the irritation of her body and excessive itching of her skin. In the middle, Lanoy took a bath and changed her clothes. The ending, Lanoy learns from the experience, and since then, she made sure to keep her body clean always.
Well, here's another short story for you to read. Please take your time, read carefully, and then ask help from other people, especially for the words that you can't understand. You can always pause or go back to the story if you want to read it again before answering the questions that follow.
This time, you read on your own.
That was amazing, isn't it? Don't you wish you were the boy in the story? If you were him, would you return the money? Anyway, let's answer these questions. Write your answers on your answer sheets.
Write the letter of the correct answer in your answer sheet. Number 1. Who is the main character of the story? A. The parents. B. The woman. C. Portak. The answer is letter C. Number 2. When did the story happen? A. One Sunday morning. B. One Saturday morning. C. One Saturday afternoon. The answer is letter B. One Saturday morning. Number 3. Where did the story happen? A. In a vacant lot. B. In the forest. C. In the classroom. The answer is letter A. In a vacant lot. Number 4. Where did Portak bring the bag that he found? A. He gave it to his parents. B. He brought it to the police station. C. He brought it to the market to buy some food. Answer? Letter B. What did you learn from the story? A. There is a good reward for every good deed. B. Perseverance has good fruit. C. There is money in the trash. The answer? Letter A. There is a good reward for every good deed. Well, I believe you did well in all of your performances. I congratulate you for doing a job well done. Just one more and you're good to go. Good luck!
Before we end this session, I have an additional activity for you.
Look for a story and identify its elements. Write its title, setting, characters, beginning, middle, and ending for the plot.
Just one more story won't waste your time, will it? Have fun looking for a story you want to analyze. Enjoy reading! I hope you had a good time watching this video. Stay safe and God bless. This is Teacher Miriam saying, have a good time. See you next time.